Hey, hey, beautiful soul. Welcome back here at the Purpose Playground. We are ready for day number 2 of our 5-day experience, the 5 gates to embodied purpose. Day number 2 is going to bring you so much. It has been an enormous upgrade in my life to start to reframe a few things, especially the things that were taught to me, like programmed inside of me since I was a little girl or since I was a growing teen. There are so many things that our parents and our schooling system teach us, and it's time to break free. Type free in the comments if you are ready to break free from that programming, because this day is going to bring you that liberation and bring you back to your inner yes, your inner authority. I am so excited that you're here. I am very grateful that you decided to take me on this invitation, to take me on and to see where this will lead you. These 5 days, this 5-day experience is something that's looping. So when any growth experience that you're going through, whether it is coming out of a breakup or coming out of an old situation and starting anew, or you feel like it's time for an upgrade, or your old life has just crumbled and you're ready to step into something new. These are the steps to take to bring you into a life that is aligned with who you are, that helps you thrive, that helps you feel peaceful inside at the same time as feeling uberly happy. So, welcome. This is gate number 2, and I am ready to open. So, take a seat, roll back your shoulders, get comfortable, and let me roll out our beautiful presentation. Thanks for joining. And we're going here. Much faster than yesterday. Again, welcome to the 5 gates of embodied purpose, your gateway to live a life of fulfillment and inner peace. This is a very special day, a very special method that has been playing inside of me, and now I'm ready to bring it out and share it with you. Gate number 1, I did a recording on that. If you haven't watched it yet, watch a replay. It is about remembering your own truth, you're remembering who you are and who you are here meant to be, and not letting anybody else decide your guidelines but you. And today is about reframe, and reframing is not only about your mindset, but it's also about really allowing yourself to land and to be safe with yourself, to hold yourself through any insecurity or fear that pops up. So this is going to be a very powerful day. And then after this, the days play, embody, and express is going to be included in these 5 days. And I won't get into that because I don't want to waste any time. I want to open this gate for you. Yeah, so let's tap into what is reframe. Reframe is actually having two different points of view and reframing that in the direction of positive. Opening this gate for you is going to help you to not only like embody your truth or to choose your truth, but also to stay with it when it gets a little like cramp inside of your system. Like mm, our system can have that fear-based response, right? When you are trying something new and then somebody or your inner dialogue is going to say to you like, oh, you can't do that, it's something new, you can't, or you haven't done that before, it's not safe. This is about reframing that moment into something playful, into something supportive, and into something that is supporting your growth. So let's get to it. reframe your fear into fuel. That means letting anxiety and fear become a sign of your growth. It is also noticing where you are holding yourself back instead of holding yourself. And it's really fun when I was writing these notes, I was like, of course, like we are used to holding ourselves back because fear of failure, fear of success, fear of being too much. And then you're holding yourself back. But where are we forgetting to hold ourselves? Just in the moments when we get fearful, when we get that feeling of anxiety pop up, just hold yourself for a few seconds. It's gonna make so much difference in your life and in the actions that you're taking in reality. So I'm very, very honored that I can walk you through this gate and also that I am now embodying this. I come from such a different place and than I came a few months ago or even a year ago. It's like it's amazing what Reframe will do for your life and for you and for the actions you're taking. So instead of holding yourself back, you should be holding yourself. And I'm going to show you today how you do that. And then the last is the inner talk is more important than anything else. It doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter what the overall common beliefs are around something. It is so much more important what you tell yourself because you decide what your guidelines are. You decide your life. You decide what your truth is and what you live by. And I'm going to share with you something amazing at the end of this session. I posted it here as share, shift, and shine. It is my special soul shift method that is only available to my private clients. So stay with me until the end, and I will teach you how to shift that inner talk and make it so, so powerful that you become unstoppable. And your inner belief is not only positive, it will be just standing like a rock. I want to start here, ladies, because the too much woman, and I asked that in session number 1, do you feel like a too much woman? And yes, you do, because otherwise you wouldn't be here. There are so many moments in our life where we have been too much to our society or to our surroundings, and we misinterpret that too muchness and into something that's wrong. But it isn't. It was just a room that wasn't big enough for you. So now is a time where this too much woman that is watching me right now is going to see and believe that she is powerful beyond words and that the game she has been playing was the game of playing small, and she's not willing to do that anymore. So the too much woman doesn't believe she's powerful. She believes she's wrong. And we are here today to reframe that completely. So if you are a woman that feels that she's wrong about being too much, too loud, too sensitive, too present, um, any of the too muchness, I love you for it. But we are going to shift that into your superpower, and you are in the right place. Because the moment when this super woman, this too much woman, the moment she stops trying to fit in and starts to hold herself through insecurity, anxiety, self-doubt, or fear, she learns something that will serve her for a life. She learns that she's safe, safe to be herself. And everything she used to call too much now becomes her authority, becomes her superpower. So read that again. and notice. The only thing you need to be doing to shift this is start to hold yourself. And holding yourself means to be aware of these bodily sensations, but not push them away anymore, not make them wrong, not make yourself wrong for being who you are or standing out instead of fitting in. Just hold yourself, hold your truth, and especially in the wobble, ladies, there is a, okay, I'm gonna stop the screen share for a little bit. There is a moment when you are in this upgrade phase where there is a really big wobble. And that big wobble is a lot of times is misinterpreted into something like, oh, there's too much anxiety, I can't do this. And they tend to like lead you to withdraw from the whole action that you were planning. Oh, this is not the time yet. Oh no, I'm not ready. And all of these mind babbles that come from feeling that wobble. I want to talk about that wobble because when you are climbing stairs, and it's a very simple example, when you are climbing stairs, you're standing on the first step or on the third, or it doesn't matter. You're standing on this step and you're about to move up one floor, you're one step. What happens is that you lift one foot. So what happens is that you feel a little bit wobbly and unstable. It is part of the growing process. It's not something wrong. It doesn't mean, oh, I must step back because there's a big cliff at the end of this step. No, you're just climbing stairs. So it's like a step-by-step process. And each step that you're rising one foot and before it hits the ground, you're wobbly. And that is just autonomy. It's not something that we should interpret in that moment as something negative or even scary. Because the moment you take that step, you're already a little bit more stable, and then the other foot comes, and then you are in that solid next level. It's solid again after. But when you just go back every time, you won't raise the bar of your life. You won't reach that new level. You won't live that new level of what's possible for you. And I'm not saying that everybody needs to like have big plans of starting their own business or something, but you need to be aware of what happens inside of you when you are taking a step. The wobble is part of the process. It is part of you evolving. It is part of you becoming that next version. And another analogy that I use a lot in my coaching sessions is the one of the lobster. The lobster is something that grows, like it's an animal, of course, and it grows and it has a very tight jacket, but it grows. It like everyone, you're growing. And then like it becomes like the jacket becomes very, very uncomfortable. And then suddenly it breaks open and then the lobster can grow. So all of this discomfort, the labeling of the discomfort, we are misinterpreting because feeling discomfort is actually something exciting. It is meaning that you are growing. It's meaning that you are choosing something new to explore in your life. And yeah, I am all for staying safe in your body, feeling well with yourself. And I'm also all about expansion. And expansion comes from taking playful actions outside of your comfort zone. And I am, yeah, not going to get into that because we have a whole gate going on around play in the next session. So I will keep it here and go back to our presentation. Yes. So today we are going to reframe some of your inner dialogue. So you become the authority that creates your guidelines. And the guidelines are not outside of yourself. Authority, I intentionally use this word because our authority normally we place outside of ourselves to a boss, a spouse, a friend, a guru, someone outside of yourself. And this is so, so important that you allow yourself to take the driver's seat again, to notice that all the things that are out of whack or feel like very, very unsatisfying or are suppressing something are mostly those outer authority things. So once you notice and embody the inner authority and activate your inner authority again, that means you are reclaiming your life. You are deciding what is right for you and what is wrong. And the outside world, all the rules that they have probably apply to someone else, but not to me. That is what I would love for you to feel and experience. And we are going to play today a little bit around that reframing of your internal dialogue. And we start with some of the common ones. Maybe you recognize I am not enough. Type a one in the comments if you are someone that tells yourself a lot. I am not enough. Number two, I am not ready. I'm not ready for that big step, or it feels too big. I'm too overwhelmed. I am not ready. Number three, I don't feel confident enough to do this. And number four, that fear, that anxiety, that fear of failure that pops up whenever you try to do something new and then, yeah, you back down because you misinterpret that feeling that we just talked about. And then I put at the last one, what success is according to society. And these are some common blocks, and we're going to move through them together so that you can really make that shift, the internal reframe. Because I am not enough often pops up in the too much woman. Because society has told you, like, stop doing that. Oh, it makes me feel uncomfortable. Or people looking in a certain way because you behaved like a little bit more extravagant than the norm. That has been an experience of your life in your teens, like especially teenagers, they're brutal. So when you are a too much of anything, too sensitive, too expressive, anything in between, then you have adapted that outside circumstances or the outside reactions of other people, they have become that inner voice saying, like, no, no, I'm not enough or I'm wrong. And we talked about this one already. But yeah, actually, that feeling of I am not enough means that you are meant to play outside of the box that you're trying to fit yourself into. Let me say that again. You are playing inside of a box that you're trying to fit yourself into. But you are meant to play outside of that box. And then the enoughness is like eternal. You can play in this life, you can really make your own rules and you can feel like the world is expanding around you, or the world is expanding and you are expanding, and that enoughness is never a question. It is an internal knowing. As I am a too much woman, I'm proud of it. I love who I am, and I know who I am, and I know I'm enough. So it's not about rewriting your belief. It is noticing and reframing, where did that inner dialogue start? Where did that belief come from? We are going down into number 2. I am not ready. Oh, this feels too overwhelming, too big. Then just ask yourself, what am I ready for? And take a step. Okay. Has anybody ever told you this? When you say, no, no, I don't feel I'm ready, think I'm ready. What step are you ready for? Just make it smaller. Like that big goal of yours. Just make it smaller into a tiny, tiny step or decision. And ask yourself, what are you ready for? Are you ready to make a choice? Are you ready to put yourself first? Are you ready to choose this path that will lead you one day to that big goal? Are you ready to take on a trial client if you want to start your coaching business? One of my current clients, she wants to start a coaching business and she's been on that wobble. What are you ready for? Just take a step. And this takes me to the other one. I don't feel confident to take that step. I lack the courage to do it. I need to tell you that confidence and clarity and courage and all of it, it comes from you moving. It doesn't come from waiting and waiting until you're ready, waiting until you build the confidence. Confidence grows from taking action. So that is another reframe that I really would love for you to integrate and to listen to whenever you hear that internal voice. No, no, you're not good enough. Oh, you need another course to take. No, people won't listen to you. Yes, they do, because you are a confident person that shows up for your path, your unique path, takes a step, and as you are moving, your confidence grows. And it's amazing. And it doesn't require you to fix anything. It just requires you to stay true to your decisions, stay true to yourself, to stay with yourself, to hold yourself through the wobble. Yes. And what I mean by wobble is that feeling of anxiety or fear popping up. And instead of noticing that and shrinking back down into your old ways, I want you to reframe it and say to yourself, I am expanding. I am expanding. And that feels exciting. It's just the same feeling, just another frame, another viewpoint. And that's why I also added what success is, because society has all of these measurements, all of these bars raised around us, and we are afraid not to meet those standards. But the most important standard, the most important guideline, the most important opinion is that of yourself. So ask yourself, what is success for me? What is a fulfilling and peaceful life for me look like? And am I acknowledging it? Am I taking aligned action? Am I choosing it each and every day? Then that is success, because it's getting you closer and closer. Just look back 5, 6 months. Where were you 5, 6 months ago, and where are you now? If the answer is I'm in the same place, then you have no, you have let fear lead you. Whereas if you are taking on these reframes, I am a too much woman and I am ready for taking my next step. You feel your confidence growing and you're saying to yourself every time that anxiety or fear pops up, I am expanding, and that feels exciting. Then I promise you, in 3 to 6 months from now, you won't be in the place where you are now. you will actually be on your way to making your dreams a reality. And yeah, it is just this reframe, holding yourself through the wobble, is that is going to bring you there. So these are a few viewpoints that you could use. If you are looking at your current situation and you are feeling misaligned, uninspired, maybe even bored out of your mind with what you are currently living, then you could use one of these three reframes. One is about how you feel about the situation. And for me, this one was a really nice one. When I was recently, yeah, getting together after being 12 years. I was single for 12 years. And then at 38, I met a partner. And then, of course, it felt super uncomfortable because I was, yeah, trying to adapt to this new life. And then a friend of mine asked me, like, okay, how would your 22-year-old look at this life that you created right now? And I'm like, oh my God, she would be so happy. And the same is true for any situation in my life where I feel like, oh my God, what is the next phase? Because like I'm a little bit stuck. Then I look at this one and I'm like, okay, my 22-year-old would be so delighted with this life. And it helps to reframe. It helps to feel this, like to liberate the stuckness. Or you can upgrade the outcome. Instead of telling yourself, I'm not there yet, you reframe it and say, I am on my way to, and yeah, make the outcome so delightful that it lights you up inside. So not I'm like working my way towards something that is a little better than where I am now. No, no, no. I am on my way to millions. I am on my way to living a freedom lifestyle in the Bahamas. I am on my way to make it sound like a dream come true. And I promise that will shift so much inside of you. And then the identity. I am tired, burned out, misaligned. All of that inner dialogue shifted. I am a woman on a mission, ready to claim my life back. That is such a different viewpoint. And it's just a different viewpoint. It is not saying anything about the current situation. It is just the way you look at things, the things you look at change. My dear Wayne Dyer quote. It's true. Yeah, it's so true. So if you have a situation where you feel like, oh, my current circumstances, no, 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 they are awful. I can't reframe these because they're in my face. I challenge you to choose like maybe a current circumstance that it is a little bit further away, like there's not a lot of emotional attachment, that's easier. But if there is emotional attachment, try to integrate all of what we just said, like all of the reframes you were picking up on in this session, use them in your advantage. And then look at your current circumstances or your views on your life, and then shift it into, okay, how would I like to see this? How can I see this from another perspective? For example, the 22-year-old, how would she perceive your current circumstances? Or, yeah, just notice. There's nothing you need to force here. There's just a opportunity to reframe your current circumstance. There's nothing wrong right now. And this is also where we get stuck. We are telling ourselves, oh, yeah, it didn't change in the past year, so it won't change ever. Or we are just stuck here, or we are just in this is my top level, and this is it. That is what we are used to think. So the only thing you need is a little reframe that opens up the possibilities. It doesn't have to be a beautiful, I don't know, white picket fence house. It just needs to be a reframe into it is possible for me. I'm on my way too. I am opening up to new possibilities. So choose how you would like to view your circumstances instead. And I've got something amazing coming up. It is the soul shift method. If you have been in my world, you know that I love to work from soul. I love to have soul connections, soul connective conversations. People call me the soul guide. If they want to tap into their soul, they dial my number. Because the soul is a part of us that has all the wisdom and all the power to shine, and it has a completely different view on our circumstances than we do. But in order for us to get there, we have to allow ourselves to let all the thoughts and beliefs come out. So that's why I say share, shift, and shine. Share is where you word vomit onto paper. You word vomit everything that is coming up in your mind. And no filters here. Really, every ugly thing that comes up, swearing is allowed. Everything that you want to word vomit onto this paper is allowed. No breaks here. And then once you really get like the ugliest thoughts out, you will notice there is already an automatic refreshing going on. It's not like you're spiraling down, you're spiraling up because you're getting all of the heavy garbage out first. And then you come to a level where you are like in more clarity, and you can reframe your current beliefs around yourself, your identity, or your circumstances. And you just need to reframe one of the things, like saying like, oh, I was not wrong. No, I am worthy. Or yeah, just one of these phrases that we just used. Um, I'm not wrong. Just reframe it and say like, I hold myself in the situation. I'm worth more. That kind of reframe is already bringing calm to your nervous system. And the word vomit is necessary just to arrive there. Allow yourself to share it. And then automatically it will shift into something that is helping you reframe. And in this special method, I always encourage my clients, and we did this live in the VIP retreat last summer. We did this live, and it was amazing to witness because there was a very heavy story coming out of my client. She was word vomiting very, very heavy stuff. And we were almost crying, both of us, because she was sharing it. But then it shifted already in some softer insights, like the reframe, that shift. And then she allowed her soul to speak. And it was as if the whole past that she had written down on that paper were compromised or comprised. How do you say this? Uh, they were all brought together in this one beautiful sentence. I am worth it. And it came from so deep. It was so beautiful to witness. I always do this for myself as well. I allow my soul in. And how does your soul view this situation? And there is always a much more lighter version, a lighter view on your situation when you allow your soul to speak to you. If you want to have an experience like this, then you need to book a in-between session. We have a one-on-one session where we will definitely do this. And it is so liberating because it won't only give you a different inner dialogue, it also helps. The answer comes from within. Like right now, you're listening to me, and I hope that this method sticks with you so that you internalize it and that it becomes yours. Because what happens here in this method and in the reframe phase of the whole method. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing a little because, yeah, I'd like to see you. Maybe you would like to see me too. I don't know. But in this reframe method where you allow your soul to speak, the answer to your like current circumstances or the different viewpoint doesn't come from anyone outside of yourself. It comes from you, from the inner you, from your higher self. And it is something that you cannot ignore after. There is that deep, deep truth that is reawakened through this method. And it's so beautiful to witness. So if you have a situation where you feel like, oh, I've been going on and on and on and on in circles, and I'm in that in between, I know what's possible for me, but I'm stuck in my old ways, and I just can't seem to reframe my own situation. I'd like for you to book a in-between session. It's a one-on-one session with me, an hour to 1.5 hours, as long as we need, to elevate your thinking, to feel the possibility, the field of possibility, open that gate, and to reframe anything that is holding you back so that you come into your life after the session in a playful, lighter way so that you are taking action in a way that matters most to you. And like I said, a reframe like this, a inner soul whisper that comes through you on paper or in conversation, you cannot override this. It is a remembering on the deepest, deepest level. And it is, yeah, better than this there that like you can do all the mindset work that you want. You can do affirmations, you can do anything like that. And you can do it for, I don't know, a lifetime until you encounter your deepest truth and hold it. Hold on to that truth. Hold on to your inner authority instead of the work of someone else. It is going to change your life. I am super, super grateful that you are here to open up to this new possibility in your life. There is one more slide I would like to share with you, and it is a few questions to deepen this practice, to deepen this session, open the gate of reframing inside of your own life, and so that you can live fulfilled and peaceful and hold yourself in the wobble. So let's get back. This is what I told you already. These are the questions. So these are some integration questions. Question number 1, what thought or belief has been playing in my head that's holding me back? And it can also be a feeling, an insecurity, a fear, something that has been holding you back. Bring it into your awareness, bring it onto paper, and start to hold yourself in it. Not judge it, not try to fix it, just hold yourself in it. This has been coming up for me. Okay. And then where can I hold myself? And what is my method to hold myself? find a method to hold yourself that is feeling safe, that is feeling comfortable. For me, that's writing, but it can also be a somatic practice, it can be breath work, it can be yoga, it can be walking outside in the rain or in the sunshine. What is a method for you to hold yourself? Because when you are moving through these phases and you are encountering all of these internal shifts that need to come out, you need a method to hold yourself and to not make it wrong so that the reframe can take place and the shifts can happen. So write it down, what your method is, and practice it. Practice it this weekend. Practice it. And then number 3, what is a small guided action that feels true to me? I'm not asking you to change your life. I'm not asking you to expand beyond what you can see. I'm sending you this message that so that your inner yes authority can come back online. So what is a small guided action that feels true for you? And that is going to help you to open up to new possibilities, to take on that new project that you've been dreaming of. Small guided action, but not something that somebody else told you. It's really important that you listen to your inner authority. So what feels true for you? Yes. So yeah, you already heard me talk about inner yes authority. It is something that I'm creating right now. Um, an inner yes authority means that you are tapping into what do I know that is true. I am creating a reframe guide and I have a guided audio that taps you back into your inner yes authority. If you want a copy, then send me authority and you will get a copy from me. I'm sending this out into the world because I know how important it is to hold ourselves through the wobbles and to honor the bravery of being too much and to the expansion of who you are. We are here on a mission. We are women on a mission. And we are here to share our light, to share our truth, and to live the most joyful, loving, and peaceful life that there is. I love you. Thank you for joining. And we see each other in day 3 and get ready to play. Yeah, this is going to be really, really fun. Gate number 3 is all about taking that playful actions. So do come prepared. Watch session 1 and 2. If you haven't watched session 1, watch the replay. It's available on YouTube and in the Purpose Playground. And yeah, I wish you a beautiful weekend. Let me know what popped up today. Send me a DM or a comment below this video, and I will see you very, very soon. Yeah, see you next week. We are opening gate number 3 in a few days.